Welcome back to Marquee Backstage Live. As you know, we have let our viewers speak about the shows that were their favorites, and there would not be a place anywhere but at the top for our good friend, Josh Thurman. Josh, are you with us tonight?
I am. I want to thank y'all for having me as well.
It is so good to see your face. I'm sorry we can't be face to face this evening, but it's so good to catch up with you. How have you been? What have you been up to since we saw you last?
I've been well. I've been blessed. I mean, fortunately, in the agricultural world, things never stop. Just been working, man. Been writing. Been raising these crazy youngins. Just trying to live in between all this craziness. But I think we're gonna all get through this thing, and we'll get through it with a little more wisdom than we went into it with.
So tell our viewers, if they don't already know, kind of how do you spend your days Monday through Sunday? Tell us what a regular week in the life of Josh Thurman looks like.
A regular week for me. Try to get up about 4:30. Now, I'm an agronomist by trade, and we farm here too on the farm that my great grandfather settled in 1945. So I take Atticus to work at 5:30. He works here in town. He's a boy that's been living with us. He's been a real blessing towards us. And then I start walking fields for the farmers that I deal with. And then when I get home, I get to come home and walk these fields, work cattle, work in tobacco, work in hay, whatever the chore needs to be done. That's what I get to do. And
You
then
get
if I'm lucky, the kids and all go along with me. Only if I'm lucky
Tell us about those beautiful babies of yours.
though. We got Anna Lee Helm. She'll be 6 in September, and we've got Towns that we adopted from Ethiopia. He turned 5 in February, and they are both just just the best in their own regards, man. They're both just unique, and I like to embrace that, let them explore their own personalities and imagination, man. I really enjoy seeing them, display what world they have in their heads. I enjoy watching that.
Do you see a translation of how they view your life in their personalities?
I think to them, I'm just dad.
Okay.
I think they know that I'm gonna let them explore things and let them get bruised up a little bit and let them learn the hard way. You know, I don't guess I'm suppose there is a right or wrong way to parent. Not saying mine's right, but I think they know that I can let them go a little further than mom will. Let them find out what happens on their own.
Yeah, there's always one parent that's a little more lenient, that kind of is willing to let them take a little more risks, and one that's a little more protective or
That's right.
overprotective.
That's right. That's right. I can be both though.
So, what is tell me about a time that one of the kids has asked something or made a comment that literally shocked you or caught you off guard, made you laugh. Kids can do the craziest things.
I'll tell you what. This ain't been there long ago. Towns was we were sitting there. I was in the kitchen eating some supper, and he was in. He watches this thing on YouTube called Ninja Kids. I have no clue what it's about except kids who are karate kids, I guess. I don't know. So he was up on top of the couch showing us all his fine ninja moves. And the next thing I hear is what sounds like a full-on exorcism. He jumps off the back of the couch and tries to do his ninja moves and snaps his collarbone. So we got to spend the night in the emergency room here in Franklin a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Does he
Yeah.
still want to be a ninja?
He still does. Just a one-armed ninja, man. He's still kicking away at it. He didn't let
One
himself down
armed
too much.
ninja. I can't wait. That's a nickname I'm certain he will never ever live at. He
That's what
will
it
never
is.
outlive.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
I love it. So do the kids kind of hang around when you write music, when you play music in the house? Do they come closer? Are they drawn to that?
Yeah, I've got a music room. 100. One of them's crying right now. I don't know if y'all hear
Can't hear it.
that. I've got a music room probably 50 yards from the house, and when they're getting on mom's nerves, that's what we go do. We go down to the room. There's a piano down there, and guitars and mandolins, and I let them go down there and create. I'm not going to force it on any of them, but I think Annalee's going to end up playing some music. She's real creative, and when she grabs a guitar or mandolin, she gets a little spark in her. She thinks she's doing something, and from my perspective, she is. So, you
She
know,
absolutely is. She's
if she
she's
wants to ask one
creating.
day and she wants to take it under her wing, I'll be there to encourage it, but I'm not going to push it on
So I can't wait to hear her backup vocals on one of your upcoming songs.
I've been I've been trying to get her interested in that, but not yet. She's got a 16-year-old older sister, so she's into the pop world right now. But she'll be going to another year she'll be going to college. We can get her back grounded in Dillon and Towns for too long.
I love it. I love it. We'll get there for sure. So, what do you say we play a little Josh Thurman music for our fans?
Let's see if we can't bear with you there and get through it.
All right. Which song do you want to play first?
Do Kate. That'll be fun.
All right. So, you guys give it up right now. This is Josh Thurman with us at Thunder Sound Studios with Kate.
Hold them horses back now, Kate. Well, I'm coming home. Oh, hold the horses back now, Kate. Well, I'm coming home. Where you'll fighting man ain't on the run. Tame the ponies and yeah, it'll satisfy. Oh, tame the ponies and yeah, it'll satisfy. In that old August sun, I'm bound to ride. Well, there ain't no rifle in my hand, gone for good this time. And there ain't no rifle in my hand, gone for good this time. You're on the wrong side of love, I'm on the wrong side of time. Drape your apron on the ground, stars fall from my sky. Oh, drape your apron on the ground, stars fall from my sky. Lose yourself in these arms beneath the pines. Something told these marching bones, and the angels are right on time. Oh, something told these marching bones, and the angels are right on time. And these dying dreams, we're side by side. In these dying dreams, just to see you smile.
All right, Josh, what a phenomenal song. Tell us what inspired Kate.
I was sitting there staring at a blank TV screen, reading a book from W.J. Cash calling The Mind of the South, and brilliant book about the psychology and well, the hypocrisy of the Southern mind. This book was probably written in the 40s, so it took me around just thinking about the Civil War. The next thing I know, I started playing a little syncopated pattern there, and I just said, "Hold them horses back now, Kate." That's the first thing that come out of my mind. I was like, "Well, there's a story there," so I just finished it. That book put my mind in the Civil War, and the song ended up being about a man who was fighting in the Civil War, and in my mind, he was on the fighting for the South, and he didn't believe in the cause. and he was going to desert. I don't tell this part of the story, but that's the backstory of it. And he's dreaming that he's going back to his wife when they shot him for desertion. He's just sitting there dying. You know, that's the story.
I love it because you feel deeply. You know, you're highly intellectual. You really get to be one with the subject that you're studying, whether you're reading it, whether you're living it, whether you're just observing it. And I love that. I love to see the way you think and to try to figure out how your mind works. Your inspirations come from all over. What do you think is one of the most special inspirations that you've written about?
You mean what my inspirations come from mostly?
Yes, or just one in particular that stands out that may have inspired more than one song.
Oh, that's easy, man. I can go straight to the line to that. You know, we can look at the instance that happened to Mr. Floyd yesterday, and there was one that happened not so long ago, and I wrote In This Land. And there's a line, and it's written about the injustices. It says, colors in the wild, there's colors all around. Why must we give our mind when we shade it, just when it shades our fellow man? And then it says, they say in this land, to glory be the kind, but you can't see all that hurting with the flag tied around your eyes. You know, people pretending that we don't have that here just because we're in America. And equality is something I believe in. I mean, the quality outcome's totally different because the effort becomes an equation. But treating people with decency and humanity is all I ask for. So that's a lot of my inspirations. You know, I don't want to say I write protest songs, but I write songs about things I believe firmly in. And I believe
Absolutely.
in the human cause because I believe in love.
And you hit the nail on the head. You know what? I don't understand why we can't just love one another. We don't all have to agree, and we don't all have to spend time together every single day. But can't you just wish kindness for everybody?
You know, it sounds simple. It sounds simple, but and it is simple. But our problem is we're too focused on being right and not being truthful. That's the problem with us. Our ego gets in the way every time.
I totally agree. And that's not what you stand for. That's not what we stand for. Love is absolutely all we need. And music is the language we all speak. So I am thrilled to have had you on Marquee Backstage. I'm thrilled to share your music and to talk about your inspiration, but most importantly, just to be backstage with you and see what your life is like when no one else is looking. So thank you for giving us a little glimpse into that. What did you think the experience was when you came out? Obviously, Thunder Sound was nothing new for you, was not a new experience. It's somewhere you were familiar with. You've got some history there too. But what did you think of the entire production process?
You know, it actually had a lot more gravity to me. You know, I was excited for it, but the gravity after while I was doing it, I felt the heaviness in a good way. Like, okay, man, these people care enough to ask me, because I don't view myself as anything, Miss Julie. I don't view myself as anything at all, other than one more person leaving footprints through this world. I'm just hoping mine are leading in the right direction somewhat. But I digress. Excuse me. Oh man, I was nervous, and for good reason. You know, you get on there, you're like, whoa, people watch this thing, and to be asked to do something, for anyone to care about what you're doing, and to give that much time and to give that much of their resources away to view what you're doing and to want to become or to get a closer look at what it is and how it is you do it, oh, it blew me away. Totally blew me away, and I would love to do it again. Love
Well,
to
we
do it
would
again.
love.
I can't thank y'all enough for what y'all do. You know, I don't think y'all get near enough credit for what y'all do. Everybody talks about the venues, rightfully so, but they should talk about y'all more too, because we're very blessed to have someone like you and your crew with the knowledge, obviously, that you possess the music and the music industry to be you know, on the side of the people here.
Well, we want to continue to lift you up. We want to continue to sing your praises. You know, I can't sing a note. I can't write music. I cannot play an instrument. I've spent my entire life in the music industry and can't really contribute other than saying, hey, you know what? I love what you do, and I just want to shout it from the rooftops. And that's all we do, is we just show you that we care. And I think that's the best way that we can show love to one another inside and outside of the music world, is to just do it together as a team.
Well, that's your song right there. You said you couldn't sing, but obviously you're wrong, because that's your song right there.
I love it. Thank
That's
you
the song
so
y'all
much.
singing for us, and I'm appreciative, and we're all appreciative of it.
Well, I will sing it from the rooftops for the rest of my life.
Make a joyful noise. That's right.
That's exactly right. So what about that old Grant Curry that you brought out to
Oh
understand?
man, yeah, he just had a baby, Ruby. Oh yeah, I haven't get to see her yet, and we're so excited. We're supposed to go a couple weekends ago, but you can't because everything's going on. But he just had him a new one, so that puts 3 in his house, and they're all under the age of 5. So
He's trying to keep up with you.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I guess that's right, man. I tell you what, that guy's an amazing human, and I wish he was here because he's a great writer. He just never does it. He sat down and wrote just a marvelous song that I can't wait to put music to. Yeah, he sent it to me this morning, so I'm excited about that.
Okay, well, you tell him that we're waiting here on Marquee Backstage to get the first listen to that song as soon as it's finished.
Yeah, we'll get the old boys from the band together too, and we'll do an Axe of the Oakland because that's what I think we're going to go back and do some more tunes. Jordan, who plays with us,
yeah,
never tells nobody. The dude went to Berkeley for music, like had guitar lab with John Mayer, but he's so humble. It takes me to tell y'all that. But
yeah,
on Wednesdays, him and I do a video chat, and because he's so much more fluent with everything music, more so than me, because I'm not. He is, and we've been doing a video chat and getting these songs ready for the band. So I'm pretty excited about what's going to happen when we get back together.
So you'll have to give a shout out to all the band members so that we all know who to follow on social media.
Well, we're looking for a bass player. Anybody out there? I don't know if Carter's awful busy with 1,200 head of cattle. I understand that, but there's Grant Curry. He's on Instagram. You got Jordan Weiss. He's on Instagram, I think, and Facebook. He's in a couple projects too. So a jazz trio with him and Scott Hall and Matt DeVore, and they're crazy good. We've got Neil Laird as well, and Danny Williams. And Danny's also a chef in Glasgow. So y'all look up Fine Arts Bistro. The dude can straight up throw down.
He can. There's nothing that you guys can't do. I'm convinced of that.
Yeah, we're a eclectic group of people, though, in our band, and from all walks of life. We got chefs, people who make a living off music. You got farmers. But it takes all kinds to make all kinds.
Hey, that's the recipe for magic right there.
That's
and it's called Axe in the Oak.
Yes, ma'am. That's it. I have no clue what it means. It came to me in a dream, so we just stuck with it.
I love it. Well, we're going to stick with it right now. Let's play a little more Josh Thurman. What song do you think we should do next?
We'll do the old sad and depressing Wild Blue Yonder.
It's never sad and never depressing with you, but let's give a listen right now. This is Josh Thurman with Wild Blue Yonder.
Well, his knuckles busted all to hell from a trade that he learned from his father as he worked on old John Cross for to earn but a poor man's dollar. His mama puts holes in her arms so again she can drift off to dream. Holes in the roof that the rain fell through. Played a mournful song dead in the July heat. But Papa swears we're heaven bound, if only on a wing and a prayer. As he stares to the wild blue yonder and swears we'll make it somehow. In his head, in his aching hands, with his pistol lying on the ground, and he aims it towards his mind, for he knows that he can't afford the rounds. So he speaks softly to himself. Who the hell would listen? Well, I'm warm, well, I'm tired, and I'm hurting. How much more of this? And still, he swears we're heaven bound. If only on a wing and a prayer. And he stares to the wild blue yonder and swears we'll make it somehow. Hands are bloody from the war that he waged on an old Pontiac carburetor. And the baby cries, and with a mournful sigh, he washes up, said today he ain't no better. But mama, she ain't gonna dream no more. And his life, it proved far too heavy. Holes in the roof that the rain fell through. And that time, well, it sounded like heaven. And that time, it sounded like heaven. And this time, it sounded like heaven.
So now that you've gotten us a little sad and depressed, what we really are is more connected to you, Josh. I can't thank you enough for all the time you've spent with us tonight, but also in the studio at Thunder Sound making Marquee Backstage. You were absolutely one of our fan favorites. They wanted more of you. So hopefully, if you haven't seen the episode of Marquee Backstage yet with Josh Thurman, you need to catch it this weekend, Saturdays and Sundays. It airs on ABC, NBC, CBS, CW, and MeTV all across the East Coast and coming soon in the Midwest and West Coast. You can catch it also on youtube.com/Marquee Backstage. Josh, what's next for you? Because, you know, the last time we saw you in the studio, that was many months ago. I'm sure you've accomplished so much since we were together last.
Yeah, we recorded a bunch, and me being me, I like to scrap everything and do it about 100 times because I'm like, yeah, whatever, we'll do something else. We recorded a bunch. We're going to continue to record, and we've actually just talked about, because I'll be 40 in September, and two of the other guys are in their 40s. It's playing out, 20 times a year or so, but being an album band, just cutting albums. I think that's kind of what we're all thinking, because that's what we want to do. We want to play with each other. Nobody likes getting home at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're our age. Now, there's no gig that's that important for me to lose time with my kids the next morning. There won't ever be a gig more important than that. So I think we're going to just keep recording. Been writing like crazy. That's not, like I've said before, it's not a choice. And we've just been staying under this lid here at home with the corona, but it's not all bad. We got quite a few acres we can run around out here, so it ain't too awful bad.
Make beautiful music.
Well, we're trying to anyway.
So is there any new music you'd like to tease us with tonight for upcoming releases?
Yeah, I'll play one. I'll lead you out with one that I wrote when I went with Mandy to Sweden. We watched Ian open up a couple shows with John Prine over there, and I had to catch a train early and miss some of it. So I missed Ian doing a duet with John Prine singing Paradise, which we actually went to his second to last show, man.
Oh my goodness! So Ian is Ian? No.
Yes.
Your best friend.
He's one of my best friends, but more than that, he's one of the best songwriters walking this earth.
Well, you guys have so much in common, but I cannot believe you missed Ian and John.
Yeah. So I'll do a little bit of the song if you want me to.
I would love it. What's it called?
It's called Out of Time Blues.
Out of Time Blues. Let's hear it.
Oops. I walked out on Paradise, leaving Madeline. Is the pain behind these eyes is welling through. And it was just a hop a train to find Stockholm all the same. And she's dressed in her grays and my blues. As they're flying high in the starry Arctic nights, as I sit with dimming lights of solitude, solitude. I've been racing through the sky, through time. It's left me pacing, winding up and wondering why. Then I'm running the race I'm bound to lose. As I sing these out of time blues. You can't hear church bells ring 38,000 feet in a choir that only sings their point of view. And it's castles far below of a land I hardly know. And through it all, I've only flown right through. Now I'm back where I began, on this dark and bloody ground, not letting go of my hand for you, for you. Race to the sky, to time. You see me pacing, winding up, wondering why. Well, I'm running the race I'm bound to lose. As I sing these out of time blues. As I sing these out of time blues.
The most genuine songwriter you will ever meet. We can feel every lyric as it comes out of your mouth and out of your soul. Josh Thurman, we love you, man. We're so
Love y'all
excited
too.
to spend this evening with you. Can't wait to spend another weekend with you on Marquee Backstage. Give Mandy and the kids our love, and we'll see you soon.
Thank y'all.